Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Long Gone Loser Rock Show. Today we're going to talk about one of my favourite Australian bands. It ain't the Hard-Ons, it is those rock and roll wrestlers, the Psychotic Turnbuckles.
I loved it, the Psychotic Turnbuckles. No doubt you're available for weddings and bar mitzvahs and things like that.
Anything Doll City requires, we're there.
Okay, man. Watch out for their new single coming out on 2CH and 3MP in Melbourne, the Psychotic Turnbuckles. Or prior to that, red means go. Who did you prefer at home? We'll take a short break and come back with the judge's decision. Give me 5.
I discovered the Psychotic Turnbuckles the way I discovered most Australian bands, and that was by the thanks list inside a Hard-Ons record. They were thanked in there, and I was like, what the hell? Psychotic Turnbuckles, what a great name for a band. Obviously growing up like most people did with professional wrestling in the 80s, it seemed like the thing that you would just be attracted to. So I was out record shopping one day and I stumbled across the Psychotic Turnbuckles, and immediately I was like, I need this record. Like, I was looking at the cover and just being like, wow, like this band looks freaky. They had green wigs. They were dressed like a 70s glam rock act. It was really funny, but it was something that I immediately was drawn to. And so I ended up buying my first Psychotic Turnbuckles record and just becoming a die-hard fan immediately. So what I want to do is I want to go through my Psychotic Turnbuckles records now. They don't have a huge discography. I mean, it's decent enough, but they still do the occasional live show here and there. I only ever saw them one time, and that was at the Cherry Bar here in Melbourne, and that was on the 23rd of March in 2013. And it was mind-blowing. There was no way I was not going to go and see the Psychotic Turnbuckles live. I'd never seen them before. I remember the one time I was in Sydney really young, and I was looking through the street press, and there was a concert there that had the Psychotic Turnbuckles on it. And I was with my brother, and I begged him and said, can you take me to the show? And he didn't want to take me. So he was not interested in those sorts of bands. And so I never got to see them. But anyway, the time that I did see them, I took the set list off the stage afterwards, and the whole show was amazing. And while I'm talking now, you can see some photos from that show. I took a bunch of photos that night. And they really just were rocking, like they really were. The riffs are so good in these songs, and just to finally see a band that, I mean, this is 2013 I saw them play, and I had been listening to them since, 1989 or 1990. So after that long, when you finally see a band that you love, it's a bit of a thrill. It really is a huge thrill. And so I was pretty blown away that I finally got to see them and that they were still incredible. They really were. So here we go through the records that I have of the Psychotic Turnbuckles. The first one is this self-titled EP, which basically has the first 2 singles from vinyl and a cover of Hey Eric on the end, which is unlisted. So as you can see the back cover there, it doesn't mention Hey Eric, but it is on the record. This was released by Rattlesnake Records in conjunction with Survival Music. So I ended up buying this. This was only like $5 and it was well worth it because it's so good. Destroyed Dull City was actually the very first record of theirs I bought. And I was so blown away by the first song because, see, the very first time I ever heard the Psychotic Turnbuckles was on skate radio, and they played a song called I Want to Ride the Wild Seas. Now, what they didn't say was the name of the song afterwards. Now, when I wanted to find out what the song was called, so I ended up speaking to the DJ. I remember asking them, I said, look, what was that song? You played a song by the Psychotic Turnbuckles, I Want to Ride in the Wild Seas or something like that. And they said, oh, it's a song called Wild Scenes Albuquerque. It's totally not. It's actually called I Want to Ride the Wild Scenes on a completely different album. But because I thought it was Wild Scenes Albuquerque, I bought this EP. And it's not. It's a completely different song. But you can see the songs there listed. So it's not that song. But this EP is amazing. So I'm glad I bought it. And this EP's been thrashed so much over the years. I love this record so much. And everyone that I know that's heard it, has gotten into it as well. It's just a great rock and roll record. I mean, look at these band photos. So good. Look at them. Amazing. So yeah, like I said, not the same song, but I'm glad that they gave me the wrong information because it led me to buying this. And yeah, I was just blown away. Like, really, really good stuff. I Want to Ride the Wild Seas actually appears on this record, Beyond the Flip Out. And it is the first song on the record. It's a great song. It's got this really weird fuzz tone sound to it. Like, the distortion is so crazy on it. But yeah, here you go. There's the back cover there. You can see all the song titles there. But how cool is that band photo on the front? Like, really? So good. They did a single off that record. It's called Go Go Gorilla. Yes, that song. Go Go Gorilla by the Psychotic Turnbuckles. There you go. Very cool. Very catchy song though. If you know Go Go Gorilla, right? You know the song I'm talking about. But anyway, this is a single that is off Beyond the Flip Out. Pharos of the Far Out. This was the hardest album for me to find on vinyl. I looked everywhere for this record and I probably didn't get it until like maybe the year 2000 or something I found it. I do have it on cassette tape though, which I found at Andromeda Music in a clearance sale that they had, and they had a bunch of cassettes there, and I saw this was there and I grabbed it because I didn't think I was ever going to find this album, and finally found it and I was very happy with it. But man, not an easy album to find. Like, it really isn't an easy album to find. Even finding any copy of it, like a CD of it, is even hard to find. But this record is awesome. Lunatic was a single off it. There you go. There's that there. They do a cover of Strychnine and Hot Generation on the B-side there. But this album, there you go. Nice in the sleeve. Very cool. But yeah, great stuff. They did do some CDs. I do have them. This is the She's Afraid to Love Me EP. This is Destroyed Dull City and Beyond the Flip Out, plus some B-sides and singles and stuff like that. So pretty cool to have. I bought this, and they have since done a double CD, which I do have, and I cannot find it for the life of me. I know it's around here somewhere, and it's basically a collection of recordings. And yeah, I can't find that double CD. Otherwise I'd show you. You can get the double CD from Citadel Mail Order if you're interested in all this and don't want to spend all the money on the records. Just go to Citadel Mail Order and order the double CD that they have there. This is the album that was never released on vinyl, Figure 4 Brain Trance. It's such a good record though. I really, really like this album. And it's just a shame it never got a vinyl release because it is worthy of one for sure. Really, really good album. So now to the singles. Not in any particular order, okay? But there's a She's Afraid to Love Me 7-inch, which is great. They do Slow Death on the B-side. I think every band from New South Wales did Slow Death at one time of their life. Even Tumbleweed have done it on the B-side of one of their singles. That's only 2 bands, I know, but you know, there's probably others. The Louder Than Distortion EP I found in a bargain bin for $2. I couldn't believe it because I'd never seen it before. I didn't even know it existed. And then all of a sudden I'm flicking through these 7 inches and there it was. It says it was only available on the 14th of the 6th in 1987 at the Annandale Hotel. And it's not for sale. There were 350 copies. It was featuring 4 unreleased tracks. There you go. So good. There's information on the label. On the other side, you have that. Rock and Roll Terrorist and Hero Mountain. Hero Mountain is such a good song. Really, really good song. It's actually, I think Hero Mountain's actually better than Rock and Roll Terrorist. But there you go. Really cool single. Don't know how hard it is or easy it is to find, but like I said, just grab that double CD and you'll be covered. But yeah, very, very cool. I found this at Thrash Grind and Grunge back when that was a thing. This is them doing an MC5 cover and Kinks cover and obviously one of their own songs. So basically you have The American Ruse by the MC5, You Really Got Me by the Kinks, and Want Love by the Psychotic Turnbuckles. So good. So these are the first 2 singles. We have The Creeps and Energy. These were released on Vinyl Records, which is a great label. And then we have Psychotic Situation and a cover of the Nova's Crusher. This is the Crazy Times Ahead single released on Sympathy for the Record Industry. The B-side has 2 live tracks, I Surf Alone and She's Put a Spell on Me. The last time I was in LA, I was at Amoeba Records and there was like 5 copies of this single and they were $1 each. I should have bought them all so I can give them all to my friends, but I wanted people to be able to buy them. So if you are in Hollywood, go to Amoeba and pick up a copy of this because they're, like I said, they're $1 each. And this song is worth $1. Trust me, it's one of the best songs that the Psychotic Turnbuckles ever did. Yeah, Crazy Times Ahead. The last one is The Good Times Outweigh the Bad Times 7-inch with the B-side about Abdullah the Butcher called The Sudan Butcher. So there you go. This is a great song. It really is. Good Times Outweigh the Bad Times is a killer tune. I tried to cover it one time with one of my bands. Couldn't get it right for some reason. It just has this unique beat to it and the guitar, you know, it wasn't so easy for a novice like me to play, but regardless, great single. That is all of the Psychotic Turnbuckles vinyl releases. That is everything they ever did on vinyl. And like I said, I also mentioned those CDs there. And I've got the set list, as you know. I've also got this cool promo photo of the band, which is great. But yeah, the Psychotic Turnbuckles, awesome band. If you get the chance, go see them live while you still can in case they decide they never want to do shows again. I want to say thank you so much for watching the Long Gone Loser Rock Show once again. Go out and buy all these records. And do yourself a favor, look after yourself, look out for each other, and like and subscribe if you like some nerd from Melbourne talking about independent Australian band records and just records in general. Take care, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.